So I happened to be driving down the road, Glasgow, Kentucky, and I was lucky enough to stop in this place. Met this gentleman. This is a neat place. Saw his truck out front. Your name, sir?
Jimmy Perkins.
Jimmy, appreciate letting me talk to you. This is like my dream interview.
Really?
Oh, you got it all. Especially what you told me about the truck. So you asked me had I ever been in here, and I said, no. This is super interesting.
A lot of people stop in here and take pictures of the old truck, and they come in and they look around at all the stuff that I do.
Well, now, are you from here?
Yes.
Your whole life?
I've been here all my life, 72 years old.
Oh, wow, you don't look 72.
Well, thank you.
Now, I have a YouTube channel. I told you I upload videos. I travel all over. You okay that I upload this to my YouTube
enough,
channel?
Yeah.
So, what have you done for a living your whole life? A mechanic, I'm guessing?
I started out mechanicking, and then I got in the machine shop business back here.
Okay.
Doing some machine shop work. And then I went into the excavation business. This is a little machine shop here.
Oh, wow.
It's all junked up right now, but I think when I retire, I'll probably settle down back here and do machine work for farmers.
Oh, so like custom stuff that just broke?
Yeah.
And how'd you learn how to do this?
It's in my blood, I guess.
Just to make
My grandpa,
mechanically inclined.
my grandpa did it, and then I went to school to be a mechanic for 2 years, and this is where I'm at.
Okay, now how would you describe the life growing up in a place like Glasgow, Kentucky?
I loved it.
You do?
Yes.
Glad you're here.
Got lots and lots and lots of friends.
Really? Now,
Yes.
is this area, like a lot of places, changed over the years or pretty much stayed the same?
I really can't answer that question.
Okay.
I'm sure, it's changed, but it hadn't changed really for the worst, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, down here it seems I see a lot of Baptist churches.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing you're Baptist.
I'm Baptist.
You stay
General
away from
Baptist.
alcohol, probably?
No, we drank a little beer.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right,
we
just
drank a little
checking,
beer
all right.
once in a while.
Because it seems like most people I talk to that that's not a part of life,
Yeah,
Do you
man.
still attend church?
Some, not as much as I should.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you what happened to me about 5 years ago. I lost my son,
Oh,
and I'm having a hard time going back to church.
oh, sorry about that.
And then last year I lost my wife.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry about that as well. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been a little bit rough on me.
yeah, it is tough, man. I mean, those are big time losses, you
Yeah,
know?
you ain't kidding. It'd change it.
Yeah, you like lose your motivation for a while.
Yep. Yeah.
Were you into these remote control planes?
I was into them one time, got big time.
Big time, huh?
Big time, yeah. Those are small airplanes that we flew there. We had some 100cc gasoline engines on them, 10, 12 foot wingspan.
Wow.
This is some old stuff that's...
Did you ever get into the cars or the boats, or just the
no, I
planes?
didn't get into them.
Speaking of planes, did you ever fly? Have an interest in that?
Yes, I did, but I just couldn't see myself spending that money and getting my license and then maintaining them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know what you mean. I got a license. I haven't been current for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some buddies that fly all the time.
They take you for a ride?
No, I don't ride with them.
You don't?
No.
Just rather stay on the ground?
They're all too old. They're too old to be flying anyway.
You think so?
70 years old, yes.
Okay, that's good common sense.
The big thing, the big heart could fail you any time.
No,
you
you're right about that. Did you ever smoke?
Oh yeah, I smoke all the time.
Still?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Would you recommend it?
No.
Just kind of got caught up in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had open heart surgery, and the doctor said he'd give me 20 more years, and I said, okay. I went back to smoking. I said, 20 more years from where I was at, that's way past my time anyway.
So you kept smoking?
Yeah,
Well, it's logical.
yeah.
No time to quit, is it?
Not this far along in life.
Yeah. Now, I see, do you do any car work or not really?
No, I build these old trucks here.
Yeah.
This is my hobby, and I've got one underway right here.
Oh, wow.
And I've got 2 more down there in the building that I'm working on.
Okay.
And I hope I get this one done this year.
Now you do this radiator work in the whole pit?
I'll buy those radiators.
You do?
Yeah.
Now could you could rebuild a whole engine too?
Oh, yes, yes.
Really?
Uh-huh, yeah.
You know that Astro van I got out there that Chevy has at 4.3? It just turned 409,000 miles.
A lot of miles.
Isn't that something?
Yes, it is.
Original trans.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting place. Now, in these older vehicles, do you have a hard time getting parts?
No, I can buy anything I want to.
You can.
Yes, sir. But see, these all got late model engines in them.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, it's all late model V8s, power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, and the whole works. Cruise control. Now
Okay.
you can get in one of these old vehicles right here and go to California and back. Cool.
Well, now, did you ever do any transmission work?
I did back a long time ago. I did two. The first one I done turned out real good, and the next one I did, I had to take it out 3 or 4 times before I got it right. So I determined myself not a transmission man. Let somebody else handle that.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, these look like pretty good radiators.
Oh yeah, they're Chinese though.
They are.
Every one of them come from China. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. So this engine now, was this rebuilt?
It's a Rouse racing engine.
Oh, it is.
I think Rouse buys some engines and redoes them in a factory that he's got there. So yeah, I'm gonna say it is probably a rebuilt engine.
Okay. You know, there's a guy that ought to quit flying. Jack Roush.
Did he?
He should. He's cracked up a couple of
I
airplanes.
didn't know he was still flying.
And yeah, he hurt himself in an ultralight, and then he
Ooh.
crashed a jet at Oshkosh. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are really cool trucks. Now, you know, I got out to Montana in the fall, and these trucks are sitting everywhere out there in the field. And I asked some guys, it's like, you know, where I'm from, Detroit, you see a car like this is a big deal, you know, but out there it's dry, they don't rust.
No rust.
And I said, why aren't guys out there getting these and trucking them back? And the reason for that, they told me, is because even if you find one with no rust, it's super expensive to bring one back to running condition. In other words, there's no money in redoing them and selling them.
There's not. It's got to be a hobby.
A hobby, thank you.
It's got to be something you want to do.
Yeah.
Because if I got done with this truck right here, painted it real pretty, done the interior and everything, I would probably be making 50 cents an hour from my
Yeah, thank you. That's what I thought. And that's kind of how they explained it.
Yeah.
So it's a hobby.
It's a hobby. Got to be a hobby.
And I've talked to guys that have bought them before at auctions, just impulsive buys. They were bored, and they have a hard time selling them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is. So is this? I had one in college. Is this a '53?
No, it's 48. Everything I do is 1948. Because that's the year I was born, and I got started on these 48s, and I've done probably 20 of them in my life.
Oh, you have.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of low temperatures have you seen here in your life?
It'll get down in the single digits just for a few days, but far as the ground freezing, it won't freeze very deep at all.
Okay, and how about snow?
We might, on an average, get 6 or 8 inches in a season.
Okay, so not too bad.
Not
How about
bad.
freezing rain?
We get some freezing rain. We got some freezing rain back about 10 or 12 years ago. It took all the electric lines out, and everybody's out of electricity there for about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you've owned this property how long?
I've been here for about 48 years, 46, 48.
Wow. Now, you're big, you always looking at the magazines and stuff and checking out what's coming up. And,
Yeah, yep.
Well, I think it's an interesting hobby.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of rewarding. I've done woodworking, and I like woodworking too. But see, it's the same thing. You cannot make any money building furniture.
Yep.
You've got too many man hours in it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever sell gas here?
Yes, sir.
You did?
Uh-huh.
And did that get where it was just because of the EPA and stuff, it wasn't
Yes,
worth?
sir. It got to where I couldn't I was gonna have to replace all my fuel tanks, and see, I've owned this place, I own my tanks and my pumps and everything,
Yeah,
and it just wasn't feasible to keep on doing it,
gotcha. Yep, makes sense.
yeah.
Now, how long have you not been selling gas?
Probably, I'm gonna say 30 years,
Oh, really?
yes.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Glad to get rid of it probably. Now, what interests me, you saw me taking photos out there. I didn't realize you were here. And you said you've got a 4-cylinder Cummins diesel in that.
Uh-huh, yes, sir.
And you've traveled all over the country.
Yeah.
Now, did that come with that diesel or did you do it?
No,
You put it in there.
Oh, yes, sir. It come with probably a 6-cylinder or an old V8. And I thought it'd be pretty neat to do a diesel. So I built a complete chassis on this truck right here. I've got a table right here that's 2.5 inches thick, and I use this for building my frame on
Oh, okay.
chassis.
Wow. Now, do you insure that through Haggerty Insurance?
I have, but that is not insured through Haggerty. I have just got a local guy insuring this truck
Okay.
right here, because it doesn't have a whole lot of value.
Okay. Haggerty's up near me.
Uh-huh.
And
yes,
everybody
sir.
I run into with an older vehicle
Yep.
seems to be insured through them.
Yep. Haggerty, there's 3 or 4 companies now that do that. I met some people from Florida. I spent the whole winter in Florida,
Where?
in a
What
little
town?
place called Frostproof.
Okay.
And I met some guys there in a motorhome park there that were from where Haggerty's at, and
Oh, okay. Traverse City.
Traverse City. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yep.
And did you do that this winter?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just haven't been back that long?
I just been back about 5-6 days.
What do you do down there when you're down there?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sit outside. Watch. I got a motorhome's got a TV inside of it. I sit outside and watch TV. We go different places, look at different things.
Yeah.
It's like the Bach Tower was down there where we was at. We went and looked at it, and then the strawberries started coming in. We went over to the Strawberry Festival,
Okay.
and
Plant City's big
Plant
for
City,
yeah?
yes, sir.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yep.
How'd you pick that area of Florida?
Well, one of my buddies found a place down there, and he looked on the internet, found us a park to stay in that was reasonable, and it's in central Florida and far enough down south that it stays pretty warm.
Yeah.
And
Were you glad to get back home?
yes, sir, sure was, yeah. I got a place reserved next year. It's a different park down there, but it's in the same area. So I've done paid some money down on it to go back. Next year we're gonna go back probably the 1st of December and come back in March.
Oh, okay.
So
Now, how long does it take you to get down there?
it's 900 miles. But we wind up making 3 days out of going down there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, just drive a few hours, and find us a place to pull over and camp, and like a KOA campground or something, and spend a lot of time. That way you're not tired. I mean, it fatigues me out driving that motorhome. See, I tow a Jeep behind it, and
Yeah.
it's pretty long, and it's pretty stressful.
Yeah, I don't like towing anything.
I don't either. Yeah.
I see these guys going down the road and I always think, I wonder if they're going to make it. I saw one this morning,
Yeah.
fishtailing. I don't know whether he had a bad sway bar or bad shocks or whatever. Now, so on that diesel, where'd you get that 4-cylinder Cummins?
It came out of an old bread truck,
Okay.
a van.
And did you have any idea how many miles were on it?
Yeah, well, I just went, but the guy that I bought the whole vehicle off of him, and he was a Mennonite guy, and he works on diesel engines, and supposedly the engine and everything had been rebuilt.
You believe it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you put that, was that a big job?
No, it wasn't no problem. You can put any engine in anything.
You can.
Yes, sir. You got.
And how do you make the connection between, how do you connect the engine to the typical drivetrain that was designed for?
Well,
Is that a big deal?
they made an adapter to bolt on the back of that engine
Okay.
that accepted a Chevrolet transmission.
All right.
So that was already done.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason I bought the whole vehicle.
All right. Now you say that doesn't have much value. What would you say if you went to sell that? What would you get for it?
10,000.
That's it.
Yep.
And what's the furthest you've taken it on a trip?
This truck right here has been to Evansville, Indiana for about 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
And it's been to Louisville, and that's as far as I go.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's not, I wouldn't take it to California on Route 66.
You wouldn't?
No.
Why?
It's too noisy.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it's terribly noisy.
Now would that start up right now if you went out there?
Yes, sir. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it. Thank you.
Come on
Appreciate
out.
it. Now what kind of mileage you getting on that thing?
About 35 miles a gallon.
Wow.
It don't have a lot of horsepower, but it's got a lot of torque.
Oh, okay. So you could pull something.
Yes.
You think you'll ever sell it?
Probably.
I like this. This would be perfect for me.
Probably. This is a true rat rod. Right there is the rat.
All right. Now this is super interesting vehicle. Now how big's your tank on this?
It's 18 gallon.
18 gallons? Now you think that body will hold up for a while?
Yes, something gonna fall off of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough looking, but you can see the chassis, the frame and everything.
Yeah.
Is completely.
So you built that?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Now when you build your own frame, how do you get in the ballpark with the front end not wearing tires?
Well, you buy a aftermarket cross member, and you set it up where it will line up. And see, it's got a rack and pinion, power steering, everything on it. A lot of people use these because these old trucks, they didn't drive very good even when they was new.
Oh, they didn't?
No, they was terrible.
Why?
They were actually built as a farm truck.
Oh, okay.
And the speed limit back then was you couldn't drive over 55 mile an hour probably.
Okay.
So, and most of these old trucks have been used on the farm, and they're beat up, pretty bad shape.
Yeah, this is a super interesting truck.
Buy every part of this truck except that cab.
Oh, really?
You can buy a brand new bed, which is reproduction. It's perfect. Steel bed. You can buy steel fenders, running boards. You can buy new doors. You can buy hood and front fenders.
Why is it the cab isn't available somewhere?
I don't know.
Just not enough of them, maybe, engineering?
I don't know.
Cool. Now, is that a diesel horn? Big old super loud horn?
Yes. My tank is not aired up right now.
Is that a train horn?
Yeah.
It is.
It is. It is. Yeah.
You know, there was a guy on YouTube that would go around and people be eating lunch downtown. He'd blow that damn thing.
Scare them to death.
He got sued.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, what do you think of that, a guy doing that?
I don't know.
It's not too nice.
You see the moss on here?
Yeah.
When it rains and it gets wet, it turns real pretty green everywhere. So when I took this thing apart, put it on this chassis, I was careful not to tear my moss up.
Oh, okay. Well, it definitely gives it a certain look. Yeah, this is interesting. Well, thank you for showing this to me.
Yes, sir. I get more looks at this if I go to a car show just like at Evansville.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be sitting there and there'll be a nice shiny one here and a nice shiny one over there. People come down through there and the first thing they do,
Oh yeah.
What's that engine out of? I said, well, it could be out of a backhoe. It could be out of a big riding lawnmower. It could be out of anything. I said, they put them little BT4 Cummins diesels in everything.
That's not turbocharged, is it?
Yes, sir.
It is.
Right there's your turbo.
That's what I thought.
Sitting right here. Yep.
Huh. Yeah, this is interesting. Now the train horn, just something you got?
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine had those. Those are an aftermarket deal. They're not the real true train horns.
Yeah, right.
They,
Loud, real, super loud.
they're loud enough.
Yeah, now in your travels driving this around, the cops ever hassle you?
No, sir. No, I never have been stopped yet. But they could.
Cool.
See, I'm everything. Turn signals work on it. Brake light, tail lights, headlights. I don't have windshield wipers on it right
Now is that a big deal, a windshield wipers?
now. No. This is another $500.
Is that what they get you for it?
No, I mean to put windshield wipers on there.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Now that kind of that window may not get that much. You know, it's straight up and down. It may not be a problem.
Well, you put Rain-X on that window. And
Yeah,
you're
Rain-X.
traveling down the road. That wind hits it and blows it right
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So really, I don't see
Yeah, right. Well, Gobel, I appreciate you talking to me. You
Yes,
made
sir.
my day.
All
You know,
right.
I've had kind of a few low, dry days and nothing. No photos, no video, no nothing. And then I just happened to see this, and then I talked to you. This is great. I can't thank you enough. This is super interesting. You're a nice guy.
Glad to do it for you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, you have a good day.
Okay.